All right, hello from Cole Valley, the former pre-gaming neighborhood for 49ers football. It's right next to Kezar Stadium, 2 blocks away. 49ers and the Cowboys played in the final game ever at Kezar Stadium. I know I did a live from there a little bit earlier. I got a really cool video coming up a little bit later, but since I'm here in Cole Valley and since I have a little bit of a walk to get to the train right now, why don't we talk about one of the marquee matchups of this 49ers Cowboys game? And this is cool. It's the number 1 49ers defense per DVOA against the number 2 Dallas Cowboys defense per DVOA. So you got number 1 against number 2. I know that they don't technically face each other. The defenses face the offenses, but still a storyline. Still have Nick Bosa on one side. You still have Micah Parsons on the other. And how each offense deals with the other defense is obviously going to go a long way in determining this game. I want to know how Dallas blocks the 49ers auxiliary rushers, because last year they didn't do it. Nick Bosa suffered a concussion in the second quarter of last year's game. He missed the rest of the game, and Charles Omenihu took over for the 49ers. He had 6 pressures and a sack and a half. That was a career high at the time over just 21 pass rushing snaps. Ebukam was great too. The 49ers had 31 total pressures in the game last year. You look at the fact the Cowboys only had 14, that meant that Micah Parsons and company didn't do all too much against the 49ers offensive line that wasn't nearly as good as this season. So, you know, the way that I'm looking at this from the 49ers perspective this year is that in the battle of Bosa and Parsons, the 49ers have established themselves as a team that's been better against the Cowboys, and the Cowboys have been against the 49ers pass rush. And if that perpetuates itself in this game, then the 49ers defense is going to stay number 1 and the Cowboys defense is going to stay number 2. 49ers defense is going to be the one that comes out of this game looking more impressive. It's all about how you handle the opposing front, because Bosa's the headliner for the 49ers and he's got his cohorts that did a good job against the Cowboys last year. And Parsons is the headliner for the Dallas Cowboys, and he and his cohorts didn't do a great job against the 49ers last year. Randy Gregory actually injured Jimmy Garoppolo in that game, but still, the 49ers, while Garoppolo was healthy, were able to move the ball enough to build a big enough lead that the Cowboys couldn't come back against the 49ers defense. So let this great matchup begin, but I do think that the 49ers have the edge on paper, and they had the edge when these two teams played last week. By the way, I love Cole Valley. I talked about the former pregame spot for Kezar Stadium. Well, take a look at this sweet neighborhood. I believe this used to be called Kezar Tavern. Now it's called Cole Valley Tavern, not to be confused with Kezar Pub. And then you can just look down and you can see the University of San Francisco, St. Ignatius Church down the street. Just a sweet, sweet neighborhood. Come here, enjoy it. Some good spots to eat, including Zazie right down the street. Beautiful day in the city.